Hey there YouTube, Paul Oz here once again. I really need to stop wearing my glasses. I don't need them for close up. How's it going, guys? So today I have a really special review of a plugin which I've never really done before. I don't think I've ever done this before, maybe with one other thing. And it is the Fortin Nameless suite. So this little guy I think is coming out today. I believe it comes out exactly today. It's Monday, right? So I believe it's out today. It might be, it might not be. So I will put that stuff in the description. I was given it actually for the purposes of a little review and to have some fun. And there will be some content coming out hopefully in the next week or two with a couple of good friends who are going to be checking out this plugin. So it won't just be my opinion on my channel. It will be a couple of other ones. So let's begin. In this little suite here, we've got an input control, stereo and mono mode, high, medium and low oversampling. There's actually a couple of presets in here. Mighty AF is going to be for the 6 string, which I will show in a minute. We've got an output. We actually have 3 different interfaces to mess around with. And that's pretty much it. So I'm running this in Logic Pro X, and there's nothing going on other than a DI signal from my XFX2. And this is the absolute middle default sound. So I'm going to go through the grind setting here. I usually actually like to use this pedal at about 1 o'clock. And I will be reviewing the actual grind pedal at a later date. But so it's really brutal and a little bit brittle for me. So I know that I'm inputting with a stereo DI actually, so I'm going to put it into stereo mode. Just because I like the sound of stereo mode a little bit more. And we're going to go to the amp now. So you can pull the gain out to have some more gain, which is quite interesting because we're already on the high setting here, which means that these two gains work together on the high setting. When you have it on the low, it's just gain number 2 that works. Now the way that I like to do my tones, guys, I actually really enjoy turning up a knob until it saturates the sound. So we're gonna take it slowly here. I'm on the bridge pickup of this guitar, right? An Aristides custom bare knuckle pickup set is in it. So we're gonna go with the middle first. So at about 1 o'clock it saturates quite nicely. I can't really tell with the treble, and I think that's just because I need some more gain. So why don't we put some more... I pulled the gain out, as you can see. Yeah, it gets really nasty right about then. So for the bass knob, I like to switch to the neck pickup. That's pretty brutal. But not enough gain yet, boys, so we're gonna dial it in. Pretty brutal sound, hey? I really enjoy that, and I haven't even touched the presence control. Ooh, it's got a lot of high-end kind of chewy. That's pretty much it. That's the tone for me. So the next thing I'm gonna do is, because the Aristides custom set doesn't have as much output as I'd like it to, I actually like to slam the output quite high. So I'm increasing the output of my DI signal into the plugin, and I'm decreasing my output signal so I don't clip the hell out of everything. Now, I really do judge how good a gain structure is when it comes down to the pinch harmonics, and that pinch harmonic was amazing. So at this point the tone is incredibly usable. It's a little bit trebly for me, and we can actually go and solve that over in the last department here. It looks like I've got just a 57 going on, which is incredible. and the distance is set to 0, as you can see on the screen here. You can actually pull it all the way out. So at the closest, it sounds ridiculous that far out to me, and you can change the position as well. So you've got all this room to do things in. Wow, that's pretty much, that's one of my favorite sounds. Now, again, I started this from default and it sounds this good already. The mic level's at 0.5 for whatever reason. It's a default thing. The distance is the closest possible. Let's mess with the distance now that we've changed the position a bit. That's insane. That's insanely good. And that's just from the IRs built into this thing. So that's a 57. We have a 906, 421, which is my favorite. 184, 160, 121 ribbon mic. You can load your own IR files, which is insane. You can just turn this off. Yeah. Sounds awful, right? Because you need to have an IR. But for just a basic simple sound with the 57, that's nuts. Let's see what the 421's like. So at this point, you can mess with the position and the distance, kind of get a different cabinet feel. Pretty fantastic. I'm really impressed with just how responsive each mic seems to be, and I've only gone through 2. Sounds massive. Again, 8-string guitar, 26.5 to 28-inch scale length, with pickups that could be a little bit more powerful, and in this I'm able to get a very satisfying, very pro sound at the end of the day. So since that's a really angry microphone, let's turn on the other side. That's nuts. That's one of the most satisfying sounds that's the most satisfying sound out of a plugin that I've ever gotten. Now, let me bring you guys back to the amp sound. We're on the low setting. We're not even using all the gain potential that's in this plugin. That's how good. That's how good. My XFX2 has turned into a glorified DI box, a really massive one at this point. Even if you're just doing pre-production, is this not good enough for that? Like, this is incredible. It's super superb and clean and angry. So that was just from a default setting, guys. I'm gonna save that as a YouTube video setting, dank, in capital letters. And now I'm going to show you guys what I did with the 08OS Best. So very different sound. We're using the high input. Maybe a little less top end in this one and a little bit chewier. Now, I mean, every sound I've gotten out of this thing has been pretty much fantastic. It does not take very long to dial in. With the method that I used at the top of the video, where I'm just dialing it in as it saturates with the guitar, it just seems to work great. Now I'm gonna switch over to my 6-string guitar and you'll hear it with Lundgrens. So that's Lundgrens with the Fortin Nameless suite. Let's do this. So this is my Aristida 060. It's got Lundgren pickups, volume, tone, hip shot, rich light, and it's a really awesome ripper of a guitar. If you've been watching me recently, I did a cover of a Symphony X song with it, and I'm really proud of that one. And I call this guitar the Terminator. And now with this tone, let's see how it sounds. It's in D standard, okay? That's nuts. That's on the high setting again. It's just nuts. I love it. It's one of the craziest sounds I've ever gotten. I mean, my Axe Effects, again, $2,400 unit, maybe a bit more, brand new. I've had it for a while, fine. But it doesn't seem to give me the same amount of grit and an annihilation sense of wickedness, all of that. This plugin is just effortlessly good. Like, that's nuts to me. I really enjoy all of the gain sounds. So I'm gonna switch over now from the 080S Best, because I haven't actually switched to the 060 Mighty AF sound. Here we go. Low sound with the Lundgrens, which are brutal. D standard, folks. That's insane. Whatever riffs I seem to throw at this plugin, at the saturation, at the expectations that I seem to also have, it just does it well, does it right. It just works. I think that's ultimately what I'm getting back to. So I'm just super impressed. So ultimately, like I said before, the grind setting on this one is actually a little bit higher. I guess I needed a bit more of that sizzle, but on the low distortion it works really great, low input I should say, and on the high it works really great, as already proven. I have some different mic settings and things like that going on, but at the end of the day, folks, it's one of the best plugins that you can buy. It's not particularly expensive. The price point is really nice. What is it, like 90 euros, something like that, maybe a bit more? I mean, the bass response is nuts. It's really impressive. I think that Fortin's outdone himself with Neural DSP. These guys are throwing weight around right now, right? I haven't heard a plugin sound this good before. And I think that really is a testament to what's going on. So I mean, I'm sold. I'll be using this all over the place. You already heard it in the beginning of the video with the playthrough on the 080S. That's one of my songs from my band called Void Star. I have not really titled the song because the lyrics are still, you know, it's a work in progress. But that should be enough of proof that, I mean, okay, first of all, it's in a mix, but I didn't do much. All I really did was make sure that it was bussed out to a compressor so that you can hear it above the kicks a little bit, the guitar rhythm sounds. But otherwise, it's really was just a matter of, okay, volume, and that's it. All the EQing was done in-house. That's the impressive part. That's what I really like about it. So, I mean, I will include where to go and find this thing in the link in the description below. I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I just got given the plugin, and I probably would have bought it anyway. I was already on the actual page. I was just like, probably should get this, because it's insane. And I mean, I'm basically just reiterating the point a bunch of other YouTubers have already put out there, but my Axe FX2 is kind of a DI box at this point, which is insane to me, but that's how it goes. Leave it to Fortin to make like one of the tastiest digital sounding things ever. So Finally, I'm gonna throw some effects onto this and play myself out. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been Paul Oz. Thanks, Guitar Fam. Hang around for this. It's gonna be really, really cool. Oh, that's so sick. And I'm just screwing around with the reverb on the go here. Oh, it's just fantastic. I mean, if that doesn't scream lead to you, I don't know what does. Maybe the reverb could be a little bit different, but I think you guys get the point. It's a fantastic plugin, the price point's right, everything seems to work, the knobs, the controls, it all works. It looks cool because of the amp face in the first place. The fact that it's got the built-in grind pedal is awesome, and I hope that they add other things into it. Like, I mean, whatever they do next, I'll be looking out for, because this is just a fantastic plugin, fantastic product, and I suppose there might be a video in the future comparing the Axe FX 2 to the Fortin Nameless Suite, to the Rev G3 pedal, to the KHDK Dark Blood, was it called, pedal? I've got it right here. Let's take a look. Yeah, the Dark Blood. I'll do a big comparison shootout, probably with this 060 with my 08 OS, and you guys will really hear what all are capable of. And I think that that's going to be a really fun video because, well, it's going to probably incorporate more than just yours truly. I'll try to get a buddy in on that too. It's a lot of work. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this, guys, and I will see you next time. Cheers.